welcome to Kitchen Conversations. I am your host, Megan Dawson, and I am here with the man, the myth, and the legend, Mo Assi from Crush Taco. Now, if you know me personally, and you should, you know that I am obsessed with Crush Taco. In particular, one taco that I may or may not have asked to marry me. I'm just saying, it said no. I was devastated. But I also am pretty familiar with Mo. We've actually cooked together. We have brainstormed and we have talked a lot about food. So I'm really excited to introduce you guys as our audience to him today from the safe social distance world of Zoom meeting. And I'm excited for you to meet him, to hear a little bit about the Crush story, to watch him do what he does best, and to learn what he's doing right now during the quarantine to help our community. Welcome, Mo.
Thanks for having me.
You excited about this?
Very.
Now, you might know this. We've cooked together in person, so it's going to be really weird for us to do this way. But I think it'll be fun, right?
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure.
All right, so I know the Crush story. I've actually written an article about it, but in the briefest Cliff Note version that you can, tell me a little bit about your background, which I think might surprise a lot of people that don't know, and a little bit about kind of the birth of Crush.
So I've got a extensive career in the culinary world. I've always been in the steakhouse business prior to Crush Tacos. So I worked for Lowry's of Prime Rib. That was my first restaurant. I worked for Dallas Chop House, Perry Steakhouse, and the Capitol Grill. I opened Crush Taco.
All the big ones.
What's that?
All of the big ones.
Yeah. And then I decided to open Crush Taco. I guess it's been almost 4 years now. So Crush Taco was born here in Frisco. And like I said, we're on our 4th year. Crush Taco is a contemporary American style taco shop. We're non-traditional. Some of our highlights, which you love.
I know, I'm shaking my
taco.
head going, you're right, you're non-traditional. Yeah. That's why I love it.
So, it's been great. Now, with everything that's happened in the last month or so, we've had to be really creative with how we serve our food and how we do different things. I mean, it may take me 6 months to come up with a system for our restaurant, be it, introducing a new menu item, introducing a new, standard operating procedure, but we're having to adjust overnight, 24 hours, developing recipes, changing the way we do things, from how we serve food, when we serve food, our peaks in the day. When is it busy? When is it slow? So a lot of that has been turned upside down. And this is unknown territory for a lot of restaurateurs, a lot of chefs, general managers, cooks, etc. So we've been doing different things at our restaurant to really try and, give the community what they need, give the community what they want. Everybody's stuck at home all day, and dinner is kind of like the highlight, right?
Oh, for sure.
For me, food is that togetherness that we love, right? Food brings us together. I don't know about
more
you.
than, oh my gosh, you know that's true. I
Yeah.
live my life based on the meals. And I will tell you, especially right now, I can imagine that more people are so excited about your different options for ordering and the ability to come and grab a meal for their family. Because I'll tell you, I'm home. Obviously, we're all home. I'm stuck here with 3 kids and a dog. And I'll tell you, if there's noise in the background, that's what it is. But I feel like I cook 8,000 meals a day. And I get so tired of it. And so the idea that I can get a meal from my favorite taco place and I can pick it up safely it's beyond encouraging. It's like life in these times for moms that are busy and stressed out.
Absolutely. I mean, not only has it been an adjustment for restaurants and other businesses in general, but it has been an adjustment for you. You know, having kids at home all day, and you're trying to teach them algebra that you forgot how to do, and all that stuff,
True
right?
story. When my oldest asks the math question, I have him FaceTime his dad because he's still my husband's going into work, so he FaceTimes his dad because I don't know the answer. But yes, I mean, for sure, I think it's been a change for everybody. I want to circle back though, because I interrupted you. I have a tendency to do that.
All good.
And talk about your different tacos because they deserve a lot of love. I mean, truthfully, if you've never eaten a crushed taco and you're thinking, oh, it's a taco with a tortilla and some meat and some salsa. No, don't. Stop right there. This is nothing like you've ever had before. Mo has managed to take tacos that you would never imagine and make them better than your wildest dreams. So that's my intro. No pressure, Mo. Run with it. What are your favorite tacos on your menu?
My favorite taco on the menu, probably the taco that I don't know, I can't even say which one's my favorite. It's almost like which day, right? But the buffalo chicken taco was the first taco I put on the menu. All right. The cornflake crusted shrimp, one of my favorites. We have items like the fried chicken elote, which is buttermilk fried chicken with the Mexican style cream corn on top. Now, all these are tacos, so all these are on a tortilla. Let me show you real quick what we're working on for next month.
Can I tell everyone, while you look, can I tell everyone my favorite taco? Because they'll never believe it. And trust me, whether you are a vegetarian, a vegan, or you love your meat, you will still love it. What is that?
So
is that French fries?
This is going to be our feature for next month. So this is going to be a loaded barbecue pork. So essentially, imagine a barbecue pork, like pulled pork, with all the toppings of a baked potato. So right here, you're gonna have your baked potato diced, jalapenos, crispy bacon.
I see scallions.
Scallions. You got to have scallions on your baked potato, right? Monterey Jack cheese, a sour cream based sauce that we make in house, and our homemade barbecue sauce. So I just put this together today. It's going to be our May feature. I'm calling it the Texas two-step.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. I'm usually there on the first day of the month trying the new tacos, especially 2 months ago, he did a dill pickle one. And I was there on that day. But so anyway, so my favorite taco, and trust me, you want to go try it. It is the cauliflower taco, which I know everyone was like, what? They were not expecting that. It is so good. I crave it. My husband likes the fried chicken elotes. And I like the shrimp too, but the cauliflower taco is like nothing that you would imagine. There is layers of flavor and layers of texture. So it makes it really fun. You're not just eating a taco that you would get at any standard shop. These are really exciting tacos. I mean, I could go on. Chorizo fries. They're simple.
Mexican stuff.
Almost simple.
Elotes. Don't forget the elotes.
I know. I always get an order of that. I mean, it's all good. So you won't ever be disappointed at a really, really creative taco that you get there. I think my favorite, we've talked about this, but one of my favorite monthly specials you had was like the smoked salmon.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was basically like lox and bagels in a way on the taco.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite bagel. So I was like, put it on a taco.
Me too. Whenever we go away on vacation, that's my brunch, like our breakfast, you know. And Jeff just looks at me like, what are you doing? You have to know, viewers, that I'm from the East Coast, so that's really normal for me. But it's not a big hit with anybody else in my family. So it was exciting to see that as a taco. I constantly campaign for flavors. So if anybody has any requests, just let me know, and I will try my best to make sure that Mo makes it happen. He put crab on the taco, on the monthly taco this month. No, last month.
Last month.
Yeah. In quarantine time is weird. Okay, so if
Yeah.
you don't know this about Mo, Crush Talk is a huge community supporter. He works with schools, he works with PTAs, he does a lot of behind the scenes things to help the community out. Although I'd say during the quarantine, his helping the community out has taken kind of like a front of the scene type thing. It's not so much behind the scenes anymore. You have, I think, you're one of the top chefs in the area that has really gotten creative. You've really gone outside of the box to help the community out. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you've done, and I'm probably going to interrupt you 3 times and tell you how great they are. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. Like I said, immediately we looked at what the need was for the community. And at the same time, our restaurant dine-in was closed. Our catering, vanished overnight. So we had to be creative with how we were going to serve food. But on the other end, it was like, wow, all these restaurants are closing. And on top of that, it's, the supply chain and groceries and standard staple groceries, dairy and produce and meats were very scarce throughout the community. So I partnered up with a few of our vendors, and we started selling produce. And literally, we brought a refrigerated truck, and we stuffed a 10-pound box full of random produce. I think we had like 30 boxes to see just how it would take. And
you had no idea this first one.
No way.
Oh, you thought, well, we'll just see.
No idea. I mean, we'd never done anything like this before. So immediately we sold out within like 30, 45 minutes. So then we did it again, and we brought more produce and more options and meat, and people were texting me and calling me and sending me messages and saying, hey, can you get eggs, or do you have access to basic like fruits and vegetables? And I was like, yeah. So then we've done basically what we call a pop-up farmers market, or a pop-up market at Crush. Refrigerated truck, and we bring random produce that we think people will utilize, meats. I've partnered up with some of my vendors I used to use in the steakhouse, and bringing Allen Brothers steaks to people within the community. So we've done a lot of stuff like that that has nothing to do really with even dining at Crush Taco. It's just we saw a need and we filled it.
Yeah.
So
filled it with products that are arguably the restaurant quality. You're introducing a lot of people to steaks that they wouldn't normally have available at an incredible price, honestly, for the box that you were selling it for. I don't want to oversell it if you're not doing it again, but it was impressive. And each produce box that I got was so filled. And it was fun because it kind of pushed me outside of my comfort zone a bit. The first one, I think you had some peppers in there, and I had a few friends texting me, what do I do with these? And I kind of walked them through how to roast them and make black bean and pepper tacos. But it was great quality, and it was so easy. You just drove up, paid, box in your trunk, and you're done. And it was helping because at that point, and I think things have gotten better, but at that point in the very beginning of the quarantine, it was really hard to get things.
Right. And even at this point, I'm still seeing that there's a need in groceries. And I'm still getting those texts, and I'm still getting those emails of, hey, are you going to do another market? Are you going to do another market? So today we're actually finalizing the details of a really big market that we're going to do next weekend at Crush. And it's going to be set up the same way, where you'll drive in, you won't have to get out of your car. We'll put it in your trunk, we'll put it in your back seat, whatever you like. And we have contactless pay if you desire. And that's just one of the things that we'll offer. So we're actually also gearing up for Cinco de Mayo's coming up.
Oh, that's right. Time is weird. I forgot. It's almost May.
Yeah.
Right.
Time stopped, right? So we'll be doing something with Cinco de Mayo. I've got a couple drink programs that are coming out. Kind of like
I may or may not really like the drink programs too.
Yeah. I got something I think you're gonna like. We'll see. We'll see this weekend. I'm still working on it. A lot of taste testing. This may or may not be one of them.
That would be great. Well,
right.
it's really funny because it is really interesting, the things that we can't get in the stores right now. So I'm really confused if people are becoming bread bakers at the moment, because it's very hard to get flour and yeast. So I'm just pitching this out there for the rest of the world and for Mo. Please stop buying yeast. You're not going to be making bread for a long time. And Mo, please have that in the market.
Yeah. Maybe. So, so yeah, but as far as like the produce, that was a need that we filled, and the meat, and trying to get some of these essentials out there. We also were looking at food, like you said earlier, right? You probably cook on a normal week. You probably cook 2, 3, 4 times a week, say, or maybe you cook 1 or 2 big meals that kind of last for maybe 3 or 4 days, right? So we were saying, all right, we have our regular menu. We have the full menu available, right? Tacos and the corn and the queso and everything you want. And we said, why don't we create family meals? Something you could pick up, very simple. We're going to go over one today.
I'm really excited.
We're going to go over the chicken tortilla soup, which we're offering now, and we're going to offer through the rest of April, probably into May. And we'll see where it goes from there. But we're doing a whole roasted chicken. So the whole roasted chicken, a dozen tortillas, roasted jalapenos, caramelized onions, lime, a large side of street corn elotes, large side of black beans, large side of rice, all for $20.
Which when you first told me about this meal, I was blown away, because I'll tell you, supporting local restaurants, it's obviously my heart right now. It's all I want to do. I kind of pivoted my business completely to make sure that I was able to do that. But at one point, my husband said, babe, if you keep supporting local's going to have to support us, because I have a family of 5, and to eat out multiple times a week in order to support all my favorite places that I want to stay open, it's very, very expensive. That's a lot of meals. Even for a family meal that feeds my family, it's usually anywhere between 35 and $50. And that's just on the lower end. So when you told me this meal was going to be $20, I was like, well, sign me up. And we would have fist fights over the corn. That's just a whole other story. But it really, I think it goes to show once again how you're looking out for the community, because I think you knew that when you started putting this meal together, how this would be helpful for families who, let's face it, budget is an issue right now for a lot of people, not sure where their paychecks are coming from and what the situation is with their family. So it was a huge deal to see that incredible meal at that price.
And the feedback that we got from it, again, this is something that we wanted to create for the community. Not only do I work in Frisco, we live in Frisco, we dine in Frisco, we shop in Frisco, so we're very much part of the community. And we wanted to create something that was delicious, right? Because everybody deserves a good meal, right? And at these, unpredictable times, we don't know, how long this is going to last. It's just unknown, right? And that unknown is very uncomfortable, right?
Nice.
So if we can offer something, $20, $20 bill, that's going to feed you for maybe multiple meals, that's something that we wanted to offer.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not sure. I can imagine. I hope the community has just come out and just blown this out of the water to let you know how much they appreciate not just the meal, not just your incredible talent in the kitchen, but also what you're doing for all of us. I mean,
super, super humbling. I mean, you see everybody coming in and ordering food to go. And I mean, we could not move forward if it wasn't for the community. It would be impossible, right? And the community has really supported us and had our back. So in turn, we're going to have your back.
Right. I've really been blown away by just Frisco in general, how I feel like they pivoted, the entire community pivoted on a dime and said, now we've got you. you know, you're the restaurants that we come to for PTA drives, for gift cards for teachers, for all those things. And now we're going to turn around and we're going to support you. That's why I love this community so much. But I think it just goes to show too, how much your heart all along as a business, in the end, it always pays off. So you've always been a community supporter. Now you're just stepping up your game a little bit, which, knowing you personally, knowing how long it took you to develop all of these systems that you have behind the scenes at Crush, which makes Crush an amazing business, no matter who's there. Even if Mo's not there, when you go in, your taco is going to taste the same. That's not an accident. That happened because he's worked really hard to make that happen. But to be able to pivot and create systems like on a dime and create these pop-up markets, I just think it's an act of genius. And I'll tell you, it's somewhat unique, because I was talking to my mom who's in Florida right now, and she was having a hard time finding some essential goods. And I said, reach out to your local restaurants. Aren't they doing this? Nobody is doing what we're doing here in Frisco. So I'm really proud of all of y'all, and I just love this community. All right, that was like my soapbox. I'm gonna get down off of it. Do you want to get to doing what you do best, or do you have something else to say?
No. You know, I think we should cover probably some of the food. The food that we're
part. It's really hard for me not to be there in the kitchen, because I love to cook next to people. If you know me, I'm a huge foodie. I have cooked with Mo before, and I'll tell you, like, I'm like a down home chef, and he's like fancy, as you can tell from his pedigree, but it's still fun to cook next to him. So it's hard to be here on the Zoom call, but we're going to do our best. All right, tell us what you've got. You already kind of alluded to it, and show us how we make this magic happen in our own homes.
All right. So at Crush Taco right now, we're offering 2 family meals. We are offering the whole chicken dinner for $20. We're also offering the chicken tortilla soup, and we don't have that on the menu. I mean, we don't have either one on the menu, but I was always thinking about maybe possibly having a soup on the menu, or maybe having a day of the week where we create a chicken tortilla soup, and that's what we do on Monday, or that's what we do on Tuesday. We just pick a day, right? So this has given us the opportunity to kind of mess around with it, and giving people kind of the option of taking all the ingredients home and creating it, you know, having kind of a, I don't know, like a bonding session where you're creating, we'll give you all the ingredients and then you create the soup. But it's got to be simple, right? So that's what we did. And it's a chicken tortilla soup, and I'll show you this right here. Give me 1 second.
Y'all are going to really like this. I may or may not have already ordered mine for dinner tonight. Okay.
So I'm going to move the camera real quick so that you get a better look. All right. So this is, I ordered the Fresh Taco earlier.
Okay, there might be noise in my background. Somebody just rang our doorbell. This is quarantine life.
So this is how it's going to come. I'm in a bag with the instructions right here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and show you that. That's how it's going to come. It's to the point. This is what's in there, and this is how you mix it in. Okay. I know it's back, but gives you an idea of what's in there, right?
I'm sorry. My dog is like going crazy. This is quarantine life. Kids, dogs.
What are you going to do? Right?
What are you going to do?
This is where we are right now. So if you watched any of our cooking shows before, you don't always put gloves on.
Oh, loves gloves. And the funny thing is, the last time we cooked together, because I'm a home cook, I don't do gloves. And I made fun of Mo for making me wear gloves. But then, like 3 weeks later, there's a quarantine and gloves made sense. And he was like, see why I did that? Well, I get it.
I've been doing this, right? Been doing this. All right. So I'm going to go over everything that comes with it. It's super simple. Everything is portioned out for you already. So it comes in these little bags.
Perfect.
I have everything.
Is that the broth? What is that?
Yeah, so this is the chipotle tomato broth. So it's going to have chipotle peppers, tomatoes, garlic, salt, cumin. We use vegetable stock, and we use vegetable stock throughout the whole restaurant, right? So our rice is vegetarian, our beans are vegetarian, the base is vegetarian. I've had a few people ask me, if I don't put the chicken in there, is it vegetarian? Absolutely, 100%.
That's really good for people to know. So in my house, my husband doesn't eat meat. I don't eat meat quite as much. And I have quite a few friends who are vegetarian and even vegan. So knowing that just about the general menu, I think is really helpful. But for the soup, you could just throw extra beans in instead of the chicken to make it completely like a vegetarian tortilla soup. That's awesome. I did not know that.
And it's also gluten-free aside from it's 100% gluten-free. Because we use
tortilla strips, don't you?
We use 100% stone ground corn tortillas in our restaurant. So it's gluten-free, can be vegetarian, and it's delicious. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to create. Okay? Perfect. So literally, this is how it's going to come. So it's not going to be anything that you're not going to be able to create. You can literally make this soup in a matter of minutes. So the base is all ready to go. You don't have to dilute it. It's going to make 4 12-ounce bowls. And at that, I mean, those are hearty bowls.
Yes, that's a big bowl.
Hearty soup. Okay? And then we have these beautiful roasted tomatoes.
Oh, okay. Pretty.
So the roasted tomatoes are going to go in there too. I like to get the base on, and then I like to put it all together, get it all heated up. So then you got your chipotle black beans, and then everything is going to come cold, all right? So if you want to pick this up today for tomorrow, you can just take it and put everything in your refrigerator and have it ready for the next day or later on that day.
That's perfect.
I have a lot of people picking up in the morning that will eat it that day, I guess, or that night. So I just put the black beans in there. And this is fresh shucked roasted corn.
Awesome.
Okay. It's just got a nice bite to it. We use a little bit of yellow and white corn in there. Okay.
Combo
both. So that's going to go in there. Okay. Give you an idea of what's in there. Okay. And then we're going to have the chicken. Chicken's going to go in there. Again, the chicken's already diced and shredded.
That is a lot of chicken. This is a hearty meal for $20 now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I usually cook food the way I like to eat it, and I like hearty, full food. Okay? So that's the base. Everything else, the avocado, the tortilla strips, we're going to come right back to that, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this going. And again, this won't take very long at all. All right. Once I get this all stirred in here, I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right. It's excellent. And it's really rich in that, let me show you what this looks like. Can you see that?
Oh, it's pretty. That looks great.
So literally the broth, we simmer at the restaurant for hours. So once you heat this through, you're going to be good to go. You want to bring it up to a boil, right? And then you want to simmer it. And honestly, it'll be ready to serve. And I'll show you how to build it in the bowl. And this is all live, right? So this is only taking me a couple minutes to mix everything through. You want to give it a nice stir. I've got it on high right now, but I'm going to monitor it. So if you're not around, obviously keep it on medium, low, and let it come up to temperature slowly. Okay.
Ooh, what's that?
So this is our crushed taco seasoning. This is our proprietary seasoning that we use in a lot of different applications. This is just one of them. We have many different ones, but this is like a seasoned salt. Okay. and I would treat it like a salt. In the ingredients, in the ingredient list, it says use this to taste. All right,
Okay.
there's about a tablespoon in there, but it says it in the instructions. And what I do is I like to go half in first, okay? Because you can always add a little more, okay? And then we're gonna let that come up to a simmer. And I'm gonna put this on the side. And I've already got my bowl out. I've got all my portioned ingredients. I've got my roasted jalapeno and lime. I got my Monterey Jack cheese. I got this cool little bag of tortilla strips that we make in the restaurant, and a little bit of cilantro. So we put everything on the side so that you can decide if you want it really spicy. You can add a little bit more jalapeno. If you don't want it spicy at all, don't put any jalapeno on it.
No one in
really
my
simple.
family except my husband would be popping a jalapeno on there, but
Well, there you go. You can keep it all on the side.
just saying.
There you go. All right. And this is really how I cook at home. This is as live as it's going to get, right?
Oh, I know. Follow me for more recipes. Here you go.
Follow me for more recipes. You've seen that tortilla thing I did
Mm-hmm.
with the shredded cheese.
Classic.
Everybody's done that. Everybody's done that.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Tortilla
I'll do it right now.
in the microwave. I may or not make that after this.
Little homemade nachos, quesadilla right there.
All right. Bowl. I like a deep bowl.
Yep.
We're gonna go there. I'm gonna put everything, and this is, I'm gonna serve up one so you get an idea of what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna cut this jalapeno. I like it spicy, so I will typically eat the jalapenos.
Even if you're not a fan of gloves, if you're cutting a jalapeno, you should probably wear gloves so you don't do that like weird touch your eye thing and then you can't see for a day and a half. So gloves are useful, especially now, but even in the kitchen. I don't know. I can't get behind it in my own home. I'm the anti-glove person. I also have very small hands, so that makes it really difficult.
All right. I got a pretty powerful burner, so it's going to heat up pretty quick. And I would call it heated up already. Okay.
There we go.
So I'm going to turn this down.
And we'll share with y'all some pictures of this, like still pictures, so you can see what it looks like completely plated, because it's pretty. It's not just a tasty soup, it's pretty too. There's lots of colors.
All right. So got my ladle. And grab the soup over here. And then you can now, really have some fun with it. What I like to do is I like to put the cheese in there. And I'm going to show you what it looks like right now.
Cheese makes everything better. Well, that's
So
great.
look at that bowl. That's a pretty big bowl. And I still have like tons of soup in here.
Yeah, are you sure that's just 4 bowls? Because I'm willing to bet I could be
Depends
more
on serving. I mean, I would say that's 4 bowls at my house, but it could be 6 bowls.
Yeah.
Shredded Monterey, that goes first. And this is just me making it, all right? If you want to do it the other way, do it the other way. Jalapenos, okay? And then I'm going to
A lot of jalapenos.
put a whole diced avocado in there for you.
Pretty.
Okay. And then, these are made daily. This is a tortilla soup, right? So
That's the
I like to have a lot of tortilla in there. I like cilantro. I know people out there don't like cilantro, but whatever. If you don't like it, don't put it in there.
I think it's but it is like a genetic thing. If you don't like cilantro, it's probably because it tastes really bad to you. Lime.
Let's do a lime right over the top. Again, I like a lot of lime, like a lot of that flavor. And then since I have more of this, I'm going to leave it on the side because I like to take it and actually sprinkle a little bit over the top.
Oh, nice.
Just
But
a little bit.
you want to do that if you're spice adverse.
Or again, you're treating it like a salt, right?
Yeah.
So I like to have a little bit over the top.
That's a pretty bowl of soup there. I like it.
That is your chicken tortilla soup made at home. And this was live. I don't know how long that took. It probably took less than 5 minutes to put that all together.
Yeah.
But you can safely say that you can have dinner ready from start to finish on the table in probably less than 20 minutes.
I love it, Mo. It's awesome. I mean, all of Frisco, Dallas, Plano, y'all need to be getting aboard this little Mo train because that's incredible. And I can only imagine, knowing you, what other creative things you're going to have as long as this quarantine goes and beyond. All right, real quick before we say goodbye, tell everybody again how to order, what it looks like, how they can get it, and then we'll say our goodbyes. And I'm going to go pick myself up some soup at Crush Taco. All right, go ahead.
Absolutely. So currently, there's many different options on how you can order. Takeout and delivery and curbside is available. So you can either order online at our website, crushtaco.com. There'll be a button there where you can order. You can secure payment online, so you can just come in and pick it up. You could also download our app.
Ooh, I have the app.
For Apple and Android devices. Again, it's a, if you have it on your phone, it's a personal device, so you could save your payment information. And it's super simple for you to create an order and send it to us. You could come in, you could place an order. We're keeping the dining room for ordering. Obviously, the dining room's closed, but less than 10 guests at a time. And we can bring it out to your car. If you call and place an order and, hey, I want to pick up a chicken tortilla soup, I'll be there at 5 o'clock. And if you give us a call and say, hey, I'm outside in the red truck, we'll bring it right to you. We can take care of payment there. We can take care of payment over the phone. A lot of different options. What I've seen a majority of people doing is just going to our website or downloading our app.
Yeah.
People have been downloading our app.
Personal experience. The website also saves your favorite orders. I'm just saying. I know
There
that.
you go. Know that you place a lot of web orders, and that's kind of the way to go. You could also call the restaurant early. Like I said, a lot of people are pre-ordering. Just today, we had quite a few pre-orders. Hey, my name is Megan. I'm picking up at 5 o'clock. Can I get a whole chicken and a tortilla soup? Whatever. And remember, we do also have the full menu available. We've got margaritas to go. You know what today is? Yeah.
Margarita Monday.
Margarita Monday. Every Monday, we do $2 margaritas. We've done it since we opened.
Ever.
We're continuing to do it. $2 margaritas, any flavor. We got a mango, we got a classic, and we got a sangria.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take those to go. Okay. We also have daiquiris. We got a strawberry daiquiri, got a mango daiquiri, and we got a lemon lime daiquiri. I know that's new. This weekend, I'm working on doing a mimosa hit to go. We're going to do a mango orange mimosa, full bottle of champagne, some berries on the side, take it home, brunch it up at your house, sit on the patio, whatever you want to do.
Perfect.
We got beers. I mean, we've got everything. We're trying our best to keep everything in stock. I know everybody at the restaurant is working very hard to fulfill those to-go orders, and we appreciate all the support. And any way that I can, help you guys, reach out to me, Facebook, Instagram. and let me know if there's anything you need.
Perfect. Well, Mo, as always, it's a pleasure. I look forward to the time when we can actually do one of these where we are in the same kitchen
Absolutely.
at the same time, or just when I can come into Crush and just hang out and order my normal, regular cauliflower taco. I miss it. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everything that you do for all of us on a daily basis. And please, guys, support local, have grace, because we are all working through this the best we can, and just support these local restaurants. They're who have supported us all these years. So keep going. Thanks for coming to Kitchen Conversations.
Appreciate it.
See ya.